In Venezuela we say tengo ratón.
Allora in Veneto si dice che go na scimmia addosso.
In Sloveniji, ja, takrat, kadar popiješ preveč, imaš mačka. In če je preveč hudo, imaš pa tigra, ne?
Garia nan tantioso.
Venezuela, I have a mouse. Veneto, Italy, I have a monkey now. Slovenia, I have a cat, or I have a tiger. The last clip is from Piemonte in northern Italy, and it means I am carrying a donkey. Here's one in English. The hair of the dog. Have you ever noticed that sayings about hangovers from all over the world seem to involve animals? Welcome back to Season 2 of Modo di Bere, the podcast about local drinks and local sayings. I'm your host, Rose Thomas Bannister. As a sommelier instructor with over 12 years in the drinks industry, I've learned to find balance and mostly avoid these animal states. I've realized that what draws me to wine is that I love to learn about the world. We've got a beautiful season ahead, full of adventure stories and interviews about local drinks and local language. We'll hear from winemakers, drinkers, and thinkers from Taiwan to Texas and from Venezuela to Veneto. I wanted to start by telling you a little bit about how Modo di Bere, which means way of drinking, a pun on the Italian word for a saying, came to be. How did a girl from Nebraska end up with a podcast inspired by Italian wines and dialects?
Will you do it? Do it without me, well as birds do. Na 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 na, will you do it? Do it without me, well as birds do, of course.
I'm a singer-songwriter, so I've been performing in bars for 20 years, but I never expected to fall in love with the art of the cocktail. Then I met a poker-faced bartender in Lincoln, Nebraska, whose drinks were like poems made out of bitters and history. I was obsessed. I got my first bartending gig at a farmer bar in an Amish town in rural Minnesota. The regulars had names like Horse and Rub. I learned mixology from mail-ordered books and convinced Horse to try drinks from a Girly glass. When I moved to New York City, I tended bar at an Italian restaurant. My friends there taught me hilarious sayings in their local dialects and introduced me to wines from their hometowns. The exuberant variety of Italian local culture swept me off my feet. I went to wine school and learned Italian. I put in 7 years of work in the wine industry before I had the chance to see Italy in person. In 2019, I finally made a pilgrimage to Mount Etna and watched the sunset pour down the volcano like sauce. For me, selling wine was always about making friends and telling stories. At home in Brooklyn and wherever I go, I talk to strangers and ask them to teach me their local drinks and local sayings. The stories they tell are too fun to keep to myself. In the spring of 2023, I launched the Modo di Bere podcast, social media blog, and YouTube channel. Not all the drinks I cover are alcohol, and not all the stories I share are Italian, but Italy will always be at the heart of my fascination with local culture. The version of this podcast for Italian speakers and Italian learners is called Modo di Bere Italiano, and you can find it wherever you listen to podcasts. Do you know a drinking saying involving an animal? Send me a DM on Instagram at Modo di Bere, or send me an email through my website, mododibere.com, where you can also sign up for my newsletter. I also share a lot of unique content from my travels on my YouTube channel, so I encourage you to give that a subscribe. I'll put the link in the show notes for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to Season 2 of the Modo di Bere podcast. I have so much to tell you. Wherever you go and whatever you like to drink, always remember to enjoy your life and to never stop learning. Music for the podcast was composed by Ercilia Prosperi and performed by the band Oh. Except for the song about birds. That's me. You can hear more at rosethomasbannister.com.